Title: The Skyship and the Star Map. Chapter 1: The Rooftop Discovery. Ellie Brighton was no ordinary 10-year-old. While other kids in her town of Cloudmere spent their afternoons racing bikes or playing games, Ellie loved rooftops. Not because she liked the view, but because her grandpa once told her,
"Secrets hide where the wind touches first."
One breezy afternoon, Ellie clambered onto her family's attic roof to retrieve a kite that had gone rogue. But as she reached for the tangled string, her foot nudged a loose tile. Beneath it was a dusty leather case, sealed with a brass clasp shaped like a crescent moon. She opened it. Inside was a rolled parchment covered in strange symbols, shimmering lines, and tiny stars. A note tucked inside read,
"To the one who finds this, the skyship waits where the moonflower grows. Use the map, follow the stars, the Isles of Tomorrow wait."
Ellie's eyes widened. Skyship? Isles of Tomorrow? She raced down to her room, map in hand. That night, she couldn't sleep. Her window was open, and the wind whispered something that felt like, "Come." Chapter 2: The Moonflower Clue. The next morning, Ellie showed the map to her best friend, Jonah. He was the kind of kid who always had a magnifying glass in one pocket and a compass in the other.
"A moonflower,"
Jonah muttered.
"only blooms at night. There's a patch of them near Widow's Hill."
That night, with flashlights and snacks, the two set off toward Widow's Hill. The moon hung low and full. Sure enough, the silvery blossoms glowed softly in the grass. Then Jonah gasped.
"Look!"
Behind the flowers was a wooden hatch, half buried. They cleared the overgrowth, revealing a carved sigil that matched the crescent moon on the map's clasp. With a creak, the hatch opened. A ladder led down into darkness.
"Only one way to find out,"
Ellie whispered, and down they went. Chapter 3: The Skyship Aria. At the bottom was a cavern filled with soft blue light. Hanging above a pool of still water was something astonishing. A ship. But it wasn't like any ship they'd seen. It had silver sails, curved wings, and golden engines that hummed softly even at rest.
"It's a flying ship,"
Jonah breathed. The map shimmered in Ellie's hands. The stars began to glow brighter, and a hidden panel on the ship slid open. Inside was a polished crystal orb, and a chair that looked made just for Ellie. She sat down. The ship hummed louder, then lifted into the air like a feather caught in a breeze.
"We're flying,"
Ellie shouted.
"We're really flying."
The Skyship Aria soared out of the cavern, through an opening in the cliffside, and into the star-strewn night. Chapter 4: The Isles of Tomorrow. The star map changed mid-flight, revealing new symbols. Floating islands shaped like animals, waterfalls that fell upward, and an arrow pointing to a place marked the Isles of Tomorrow. The first island they visited was shaped like a turtle and moved slowly through the clouds. It was covered in giant mushrooms and singing frogs. The next was a lion-shaped island, filled with golden sands and echoing roars. They met a talking parrot who warned them,
"Only those who pass the trial of truth may reach the final isle."
"What's the trial of truth?"
Jonah asked. The parrot winked.
"You know when you face it."
Ellie felt the map pulse in her pocket. The final island loomed ahead, shrouded in mist. Chapter 5: The Trial of Truth. As they landed on the misty island, the air grew still. A stone path led to a glowing archway. Carved into it were the words,
"To unlock the future, you must face your truth."
A deep voice echoed.
"Step forward, Ellie Brighton."
She stepped into the archway. The world shimmered, and suddenly she was in her room again. But something was off. Her younger self sat on the bed looking sad.
I wanted to go with Grandpa,
the younger Ellie said.
but I was scared.
Ellie remembered. Years ago, Grandpa had invited her on a trip before he passed away. She had said no, afraid to leave home.
I missed my chance.
Young Ellie whispered. Tears welled in her eyes.
I miss him too.
Too, Ellie said softly.
But I think he left this map for me to help me find my courage.
The world shimmered again. Jonah stood beside her. The archway was glowing, now open.
You did it.
He grinned. Ellie took a deep breath. She felt lighter, braver. Chapter 6. The Heart of the Isles. Beyond the archway was a crystal garden, with a glowing tree at its center. The branches held tiny glass fruits, each pulsing with soft light. A figure appeared. It was not quite human, more like a being made of stars and wind.
You have done well.
It said.
If you reach the heart, if you are still, understand its purpose.
Ellie stepped forward.
What is it?
It is the power to shape the future.
The being replied.
A gift left by those who dreamed bigger than the sky. You may take one fruit. Use it to change the world in small ways or great.
Ellie looked at Jonah. He nodded. She picked a small golden fruit. And just like that, the tree vanished, the mist cleared, and the skyship waited. Chapter 7. Return to Cloudmere. The flight back was quiet. The map now glowed faintly, a soft warmth against Ellie's chest. They landed the skyship back in the hidden cavern. As they climbed up the ladder, the hatch closed behind them, sealing itself with a soft sigh. Back in Cloudmere, everything looked the same. But Ellie wasn't the same. She had seen floating islands, spoken to a being made of stars, and faced her own truth. And now she held a fruit that could change the future. Epilogue. The First Wish. A week later, Ellie sat beneath the oak tree where Grandpa used to read stories to her. She took out the golden fruit. It pulsed gently in her hand.
I wish for every kid to get one adventure in their life. Just one real wild, magical adventure,
she whispered.
The fruit shimmered and melted into light. Somewhere far above, the skyship Aria stirred in its sleep. And around the world, small maps began to appear, under roof tiles, inside old books, between bricks in forgotten walls. Adventure was calling. The end.